Zachary. Welcome to Burn It Down's Country Kitchen. Today we're going to get after chocolate chip cookies for the holidays. I'm kind of excited about it. I'm not going to do a taste test because today is one of my diet days, but we are going to get after this. I got white chocolate chips instead of milk chocolate. It's just a preference of Mrs. Burn It Down. And since she'll be the one eating them and other people, I won't be, we'll go ahead and do what they like instead of what this guy likes. All right, let's get after it. Okay, for the ingredients, of course, we got our classic Ghirardelli white chocolate chips. We have a half cup of sugar. We got 3/4 cup brown sugar. We got 1 teaspoon of salt. Let's see, we're gonna have 1 egg. I've not brought that out yet. We have a half a teaspoon of baking soda. Let's see, we have 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. I've never made this before, so I'm going off of a thing here. Let's see, 1 1/4 cup all-purpose flour. We're gonna do a half a cup of melted butter. This will be melted, of course, and of course our chocolate. That will get us started. We're gonna get us a big bowl and start mixing some stuff. So the first thing we're gonna do is whisk together our sugars, our salt, and our melted butter. And we're gonna whisk that until it's like a paste without any clumps. And our melted butter. Now I'm not a baker. I don't know what the heck I'm doing. I'm following instructions. I know baking, you gotta do it exactly the way it's supposed to be, and I'm not that guy, but today, I'm gonna try to be that guy just for y'all. And why not, right? So whisk it really good. Wants to be pasty, no lumps. Beat the heck out of it. I know it's boring watching someone just whisk and whisk and whisk and whisk, but it's gotta be done. It's gotta be done, right? That's actually looking real good. Smooth and pasty. It's good and whisked. Next, we are going to go ahead and put in our egg. And of course, our vanilla extract. Notice how I say this with confidence? Never once made this before in my life. Gonna whisk that in really good. So I literally could burn the house down. Literally burn it all down to the ground. Because I am not a baker by any means. Of course, we're gonna stir this in really well, really good as well. You know, you're gonna want to whisk, whisk, whisk. See. All right. Pretty whisked, wouldn't you say? Okay, so next we're going to stir in the flour and baking soda. And this we're going to fold over. Keep folding it over. It says fold it over and be careful. Careful not to overmix. Gotcha. So we make our cookie dough, I'm guessing. Just keep folding it over, scraping the sides. We just want it to get that cookie dough form, right? Once it hits that consistency, we will stop, not overmix. Per the instructions. And I'll probably be doing some Christmas cookies as well at some point. She'd asked me to. Again, never done it. But I told her if she got me the cookie cutouts, I would give her hell. So that's what I'm gonna do. She got them. I'm gonna give her hell. Okay, that's mixed in fairly well. It's supposed to be 8 ounces of chocolate. Obviously, I'm not weighing that out. So I put some white chocolate in there. I still have some regular milk chocolate I want to put in there, just because I've had it opened. Might as well go ahead and use some of it. It'll be a mixture of white and milk chocolate, I'm guessing. Nice. And of course, this is Ghirardelli. Not that I'm getting paid to advertise them, although hit your boy up. All right, so that is nice and covered. And it said don't over mix, so we are not going to over mix. What we are going to do, cover it up and put it in the fridge for about 30 minutes or so, and then we'll get after cooking these bad boys. So I let that rest in the fridge for about 30 minutes. Now we're just going to scoop them out. We want about, let's see, 4 inches between the cookies and 2 inches between the edge. Yeah, so this is the next day, the day after. These were the monstrous cookies I made yesterday. I could not put that end product on this video, y'all, so we're doing it again. And the one thing I'm doing different is I'm sifting the flour. Did not do that the first time. And it told me to use my ice cream scoop. That thing made my cookies literally this big. So we're redoing it, and we'll pick off right where I sifted. Pick up right where I sifted. So we're just gonna fold these in and not over mix. Then we will let it stand for another 30 minutes in the fridge, and we will try it again. We got the chocolate chips, y'all. Can't be chocolate chip cookies without chocolate chips. Go ahead and get that mixed in there real good. Then we'll put it in the fridge. It says 8 ounces of chocolate. Obviously, I didn't weigh it out, but it's quite a bit in there, so it should be good. Like if I was the one eating these, it would have been milk chocolate. It would not have been white chocolate. I'm just not a white chocolate guy. But I'm not the one eating them, so. All right, I'm gonna get this in the fridge for 30 minutes. So for whatever reason, I end up with giant cookies. No matter what I do, they are giant. I literally only did a teaspoon, but they are massive. Good news is they're coming off the plate a whole lot easier. So on the next batch, I'll try to do half a teaspoon. We'll get this right. I'm way too stubborn not to, so. Way too stubborn. Okay. So I'm gonna spray this again. Those came off pretty easy. So yeah, let's try a half a teaspoon this time. See how that works out for us. I think it'd be too small, right? But I know a whole teaspoon was too big, so. Did I mention I'm not a baker? So my second attempt, these another giant, I almost cursed, giant cookies. And I did 1 teaspoon this time instead of an ice cream scoop, which is what I was told to do last time. I got it this time. Da-da-da, da-da-da. Yeah. Finally, I got regular cookies. Look at that. Regular white chocolate cookies. About time. All right, let's get this transferred over. I got another batch in, and we'll get this another batch going too. Nice. Finally got regular cookie size, not these giant chocolate chip cookies. No bake cookies. If you ever had them, they are good. I will make a mess of them and freeze what I don't eat. And right now I'm on a diet anyway, so I can't eat them, but I do want them for Christmas time. And since we are in the early parts of December, it's a great time to make them. So let's get after these ingredients. So we got 1.5 cups of sugar. We got 1/2 cup of milk. We have 1/2 cup of butter. We have unsweetened cocoa powder, which would be 1/4 cup. I have 3/4 cup of peanut butter and 2.5 cups of oats set in a bowl, set aside. That's important. And 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract, right? You want to have all this laid out because once we get going, it happens quick. So you want it all measured out and ready to go. All right, let's hit that stove. So in a saucepan on medium heat, we're gonna go ahead and put in the butter. Loud, I know. Our sugar. Our milk. And our cocoa powder. We're going to go ahead and stir that a little bit, mix it up, and then we're going to let it come to a boil before we do anything else. Let everything melt, incorporate, come to a boil. Now you're not going to want to walk away from this because once it starts to boil, and we're talking a full boil, not just the outside, it's like the whole thing's bubbling. Once that happens, then we're on the clock. And I will show you what I mean when it's time. Just gonna want to keep stirring it and getting everything incorporated. So make sure it's on medium heat and you're stirring it, keeping up with it. That is important. Breaking up that cocoa because you know it's clumping up. Can't have that now. I'm going to switch to a whisk real quick. I'll go back and forth. You don't have to, you can stick with a spatula or just a whisk. Just mixes it in a lot easier this way. A lot easier. I'm not British, I don't know why I did that. Couldn't tell you. Keep breaking up any lumps you got in there. Just like that. Okay, it's starting to boil, but we want it to come to a full boil. Just like that. Now we're on the clock. So we're going to take this off the heat. Wait, we're going to let it boil. Let it boil for 60 seconds. So set my timer. We're going to let that boil for 60 seconds. That is important for the consistency of this thing. And once that timer goes off, we'll remove it from the heat. About 30 seconds to go. It is not difficult. It's really not. Just once it starts to boil, set your timer for 60 seconds, let it rock, and then take it off. 15 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we're off. All right, once you remove it from the heat, that is when we're going to go ahead and stir in our oats and peanut butter. Real quick. Just start to get it mixed in there. And we'll go ahead and throw in our vanilla extract. Just gonna want to stir it real good. Make sure everything's incorporated. All the oats are wet. And all the peanut butter is distributed properly. Looking good, ain't it? Ain't it? That is ready to go. So now all we're going to do is scoop it out. I'm going to use a tablespoon and some parchment paper. That's about it. Just let those stand and cool, and they'll be ready to go. It's in the dip. It'd be alright. It'd be alright. Now, like I said, I'm not much of a baker, but I did make these last season, so I do kind of know what I'm doing on these. Chocolate chips, not so much, but I'm gonna get them. Don't you worry about that. I'm gonna get those. So I got 15 on that other parchment paper. So obviously you don't need to make a whole bunch of these because it covers pretty well. Making a mess like I always do. That's okay though, because I clean up constantly. So I'll get about 19 or 20 cookies out of this. So that's 19. Yeah, we'll get about 20 out of this thing. Nice. If you want to, you can squish them down and make them a little more cookie shape, but does it really matter? I mean, that's only a question you can answer. Because for me, the answer is no. All right, y'all, it's that time. Go ahead and like, share, subscribe. Like I tell you, it does me a world of good, and I appreciate you for it. Now that the business part's over with, look at these cookies. All right, that's going to do it. I hope you enjoyed me pooching the first batch of cookies and the process of me learning how to do it along the way, because I'm not a baker by any means. Although the no-bake cookies are easy. But the chewy chocolate chip ones is a little tricky. And I think it's just because it's a chewy mix. But we got it, right? Took a minute, but we got it. So yeah, that'll do it for us. Cook something, cook anything. Cook holiday cookies. Why not, right? That'll do it. Till next time, y'all.